Hey, 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 confessors. What's going on, my beautiful people? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. And it is June 7th, 2024. And we about to get into these lawsuits, and D-pics and pew threats. Oh my, it's a lot going on. Now, me and Dina got a life tonight, okay? So we ain't about to be sitting up here kidding with y'all too long, all right? We ain't got time. But we missed y'all. We just want to make an appearance. So let me bring up my baby, Miss Dina, aka Christina. Hey, boo, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
How you doing, baby?
Girl, I'm tired.
Tired of life or tired of all these goddamn lawsuits? I
Girl,
can't,
a little bit
everywhere
of
I
both.
turn,
A
every
little
time
bit
I
of both.
breathe, in and out, here's another lawsuit. Now,
Lawsuit. Pum thread. D pics, P pics,
I
video,
just
sex
can't.
lives and videotape. I don't know. It's wild.
So let let's start off with this here because this is just taking it by storm. Freaking Kenya has shocked attendees at an event because at first, when I first heard this, I'm like, what pictures she don't got a hold of? But then I found out this broad got posters. So that means these could be, we could be talking about life.
Revenge P. Revenge P.
All I thought was, how when there's like, how rich people do, and they want to unveil some glamorous art piece or whatever, and they wheel it out, and they got it covered in this glamorous, little curtain over it. And then there's the
Right.
drum roll, and then they unleash it. I feel like that could have been Kenya because she just twirl with the wind, fabulous extra.
Extra with a side of extra.
And so I'm just like, what is happening? Now I'm trying to remember how well did last season's Housewives of Atlanta do? Because I
I
thought
don't
they were
know because I haven't watched it in a really like fully full on watched it in a really long time. Like the last time I think I watched the whole season, um Portia was chasing some girl down the street in a Santa uniform or costume or whatever. And then of course I've caught bits and pieces here and there. I've tried to watch a full season, but I just it just ain't happened.
it's I try to keep up with what's going on because my sister watches it faithfully still, and so she'll keep me in the loop of what's going on when I ask, so I can, I always will just watch an episode just to see what's happening once in a blue moon. But I feel this is everyone's MO now, making a lot of shit happen and get a lot of news going on about the season before it even starts to get people to watch.
And then the season be trash.
And I swear to goodness, if this is the finale, I'm gonna be so mad that I would have watched this whole entire season just for this. That's why I just
Right.
don't sit around and watch episodes.
Just like they did last year on Potomac, where we saw the fight. I believe was it Candace and Deborah or whatever, and then we had to wait to the end of the year to get to the fight, and their season was it wasn't trash, but it was lackluster to say the least.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I said this because that's exactly the example I was thinking of. Because it's just getting to the point where I haven't been that interested. When the new trailer for Housewives of Atlanta comes out, I'm not giddy for it. I ain't looking for it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this. It's never that. I haven't been looking for Housewives in the past, like maybe 5 seasons, honestly, to be for real. I really haven't. And that's just what it is. But I'm trying to figure out. Okay, let's read what it says. It says Kenya Moore shot party attendees with posters of Real Housewives of Atlanta newcomer Brittany Edie allegedly performing O OS on OS. So it says page 6, and page 6, they always in the Housewives,
Mm-hmm.
The housewives faithfully go to page 6 to drop shit about each other. The
For real.
housewives are messy, period. So it says page 16 confirmed that Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore shocked party attendees at her Kenya Moore hair spa Thursday night with posters of series newcomer Brittany Edie allegedly performing OS. We're told Bravo cameras were rolling at the Cavs event, of course, where Moore, 53, decided to unveil the explicit images. The receipts of an alleged S act remains unclear. We're told Edie was not present for the display, and that, contrary to reports, she did not subsequently threaten Moore with a pew pew. At no point was Kenya ever threatened with a weapon, nor there was ever a weapon present during the course of production. A source close to production exclusively tells page 6. However, another insider claims that prior to that event, Edie made threats to Moore using the word GUN, which made cast members feel uncomfortable. That insider also claims that the explicit photos in question are readily accessible online. Oh my goodness. So they already online somewhere?
Well, hold on. Here's my thing. Because my first question was, one, how did she get them, right?
That was what I was just about to say. How did she?
My thought process is past how did she get them? Okay, I believe in the shade and the read and the, read them from the top to the flow to the gods, fulfilled, all that good stuff, right?
Right.
However, black woman to black woman, there's a line that needs to be drawn. Just like, okay, we make rules on these reality shows, like we're not gonna talk about certain shows, right? They'd be like, okay, husbands and kids is off limits. Another show might be like kids is off limits. And at some point in time, even though this is a reality TV, you would have to think like salacious photos of someone would be off limits. I don't care whether it's her husband's PP or some random dude at the gym's PP. That's just black woman to black woman. That is the ultimate form of disrespect. And I don't know what level of something somebody would have to do to me to make me showcase them in that manner at an event. Not just
Keep talking, my
I
mama
posted on just not that I posted it online in a secret Facebook, back channel group. Like, you have your little, you have a, on Facebook, y'all have like a group, and then y'all have like a side chat of the group, like in Messenger, everybody in the group can chat privately or whatever with each other. Like, you're not even doing it in the group chat. You had a whole event with people other than cast there. You had production there. You probably had waiters, waitresses, bartenders, hanger-oners, onlookers, all these people there, and you just did this. Like, what did this girl do to you to make you go to the bowels of hell petty? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I mean, I don't even think I would do something like that to someone who slept with my man. I mean, you'd have to unalive somebody, I think, for me to go to the bowels of hell a petty like that. That's just wild to me that somebody would go that far. And like I said, I'm all for the shade and the petty to a certain degree, but with all of this, apparently Kenya don't pay attention to the news or anything, because if you see that Martell was arrested for harassing messages in the result of potential revenge prawn. Y'all know what I'm saying when I say revenge
Hey
prawn.
Monique, hey boo, hey.
Hey Monique, how are you? So
yeah, Kenya has lost her mind. But
so
does this cause for Kenya to be fired? Would this cause for Kenya to be fired? Is this ground for that? Because this is very
fired and sued, because that is definite. I'm sure she didn't call up either party and be like, "Hey, can I get your permission to blow this up to a life-size poster and unveil it at my event like she's unveiling a Picasso?"
See,
And
my problem
then
is, can you know many people? Bitch, you don't know a lawyer that couldn't be like, bitch, don't want to do that. That's
like
fine as 10.
where
You know what I'm saying? Like, someone
where
didn't
in
tell you, like,
today's
girl, don't do
age,
that.
I mean, now I know this is Georgia. Now I know it's real big in the state of California because a lot of celebrities have gone to court over Revenge P, right?
Right.
So I'd have to Google it, and I'm only working with one phone right now, but I would have to Google it to see what the Revenge P laws are in the state of Georgia. But she can be arrested if arrested. Um, if she gets convicted, there could be jail time, a fine, or anything like that. And I'm pretty sure whoever her producer is, you tell them, what are you bringing to the season or whatever, right? And
Mhm.
then you were like, yeah, I'm gonna have this event and I'm gonna unveil these whoopsie whoop pictures and blah blah blah, whatever. So then you're kind of like, nobody said, hey, if you do this, you could go to jail. If you do this, this person could sue you,
So
for
it says,
that type of thing.
so it says, Georgia law prohibits the sharing of nude or sexual explicit images or videos within the subject's consent with the intent to harass or harm them. This is considered revenge P or image-based SA. Oh, that's a different way to say it. And the crime's severity depends on where the material is posed.
So is it a misdemeanor or is it a felony?
At first offense is a first offense is usually a misdemeanor, but a second and subsequent offenses are felonies. Penalties include up to 5,000 in fines and or 12 months in jail for a misdemeanor, and up to 100,000 in fines and or 5 years in jail for a felony.
There you have it.
There you have it. In in addition to criminal penalties, victims can also sue the defendant in a civil suit to seek monetary damages, a restraining order, or a takedown order. Damages can be based on emotional distress, pain and suffering, and other measurable losses such as a job loss.
Okay, so here we
Well,
go with this. So you can't take it down, right? Because it was an event and the event is now over, right? So if she loses any type of income, say she was a cover girl or whatever, and they like to have the cover girls to have a clean image, and she got her cover girl contract was lost due to this, she could sue for damages. She could sue for pain and suffering if she has children. And there's so many things I could go down the line that could cause this woman pain and suffering, embarrassment, blah blah blah, whatever. That if she can't get, she could do both. She could sue her, I mean, press charges against her criminally, and then she could sue her in a civil suit as well for damages.
well, damn.
She could
Now,
very well get Tasha Cade and have to owe this girl $4 million.
okay, now what is the girl's name? Edie?
Brittany Edie.
I want to find her and see.
Yeah, you need to Google her net worth versus Kenya Moore's net worth, and they might be swapping real soon if she's got less money than Kenya.
I'm trying to
So
find her on Instagram first because I want to see her Instagram, but I don't know where with her. That looks like it could be her. She doesn't have a motivational speaker offer if it's not about you. Podcast. Bravo on cocktail. I think this might be her.
probably.
Hold on, let me share my. Is that her? Because there's nothing showing Housewives. So
Well, I
I,
mean, but didn't you say Bravo was in the
no,
title or
Bravo
whatever?
Cocktails is following her.
Oh, I don't know, but I mean, that's what I think about the situation, and we don't have a whole lot of time, so.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So on to lawsuits. All these freaking lawsuits. First of all, Diddy is on his 10th lawsuit, and I'm tired of all of these lawsuits to him. Can we just get to the trial
Well,
now?
they're not being stingy with the lawsuits because who was it that just got sued? Else, I sent it to you. Um
Someone else got sued besides the Dream and Kanye?
oh yeah, the Dream. That's what I was gonna say. The Dream. So we got the Dream, Kanye, and then this 10th lawsuit with Diddy, Jodeci, and Aaron Hall,
Yes, I'm just tired of it.
which is a
So
rinse
the
and
Aaron,
repeat from New York. Because that I believe it was originally filed in New York.
it was, and the statute of limitations had been over for that, but in Jersey, where it actually did happen, the statute of limitations go as far as 30 years after the victim turns 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to do it. So when Diddy and them was all out partying at the beginning of all of this and stuff, when they thought they beat this, that's what they was partying for and thought that nope, whatever.
Well, here's
No.
the thing. This is what I believe to be true. All the men in the early 90s, because we're talking 30 years ago would have been 1994, right? So right now you're at a point in anything that happened 1994 right around now and after 94, 95, 96 going forward is within that 30-year time frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of states are doing what New York did. So when New York opened up this, I think it was a 1 or 2 year gap that you could go back and file something on there if you had been assaulted by someone, right?
Yes.
Assaulted by someone. And you had up until November, that it started November 22, then you had to November 23 to file, which is what Cassie did, and a couple of
Yeah.
others, right?
Yeah.
Now, Little Rod's case is a little more recent, so maybe his statute of limitations are still open and available to him. But if I were some of these men that were going buck wild in the 90s, I would be very afraid right now, just for the simple fact that a lot of people didn't report these things because these people were powerful. Um, they had attorneys. If you listen to Tisa Tales, shout out Tisa Tales, she interviewed Natanya, who was the woman who was shot in, excuse me, Pew Pew, by Diddy in the nightclub, right? And has been very adamant about that. And it took her 12 years to successfully sue him in a civil suit. So a lot of women who were in certain assault predicaments don't really have 12 years to civilly sue someone, or if they would have filed charges, they were maybe afraid for their life. They knew this person had money, power. They've heard rumors of other people being unalived when they brought charges against people. They were threatened with their life, beaten up, or, you know, all these other things that took place, which I believe for a lot of these women made it difficult for them to report these things. And then you also have what you call Stockholm disease, where your brain makes you think you're in love with your abuser.
Right.
Or these women were small time paid off and signed an NDA of things of that nature. And then they figured, well, I can't go and say it, for example, I'm an assistant or something, and I've signed an NDA. A lot of people think you can't talk about things that go on that are illegal if you sign an NDA. They think you can't talk about anything, which is not true.
Right.
An NDA does not cover breaking the law. So yeah, you can't go
Higher.
out and gossip about your boss and who was all at the crib getting loaded until 3 a.m. But if somebody does something illegally, assaults you, abuses you, or whatever, you can report that regardless if there is an NDA. So a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of people are like, well, I signed an NDA and then I got a check. Say they gave him $10,000 to be quiet. Well, I can't go to the police and press charges because I took the $10,000 to go away. So they put I'm not saying this in every case. I'm just saying in some general cases, people
Mhm.
are given small amounts of money, which is probably more money than they ever had in their life, and then they feel like they can't go to the police because they took the money. Of course, the person perpetrating the crime knows that this is how this person thinks. So it's just a domino effect of, and now we are 25, 30, 35 years later, where these women can come forward because they're more knowledgeable about the way things work. And so I think it's sad that, and this is for all women, black, brown, yellow, purple, green, that we have ever been put in a position where we didn't feel like we could tell. And then of course you have the liars out there, and I'm not saying any of these women are liars. I'm talking about known liars, like the Kobe Bryant case, where a woman comes out, she makes a big deal about it, she's a liar. That sets us back another 30 years if people are going to believe us or not.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's all sad. I feel sorry for the women. I do not feel sorry for any of the men. If I were them, I'd be afraid. I'd be very, very, very afraid. And if you know that you was buck wilding and drugging women and doing any inappropriate deeds, either turn yourself in or get your ass over there to Bali with Russell, because
And that can't even help because you got served there. So
right,
you may get an extra little bit. You might buy yourself some time. That's all
right.
you're gonna get.
I'm just being sarcastic, but
I know.
decision day is coming for a lot of these people, and
Everyone's
I'm
is.
not even just talking about the men, because women are out there. They're predators too. There are women out there that look like what's her name, Jocelyn, Gasoline, whatever her name is. She was assisting Epstein and finding girls. There are women out there who are predatory as well. So men, women, predatory people, y'all need to get y'all shit together and get right with the Lord.
Yes. And back to the lawsuit, this lawsuit filed the two victims that they are talking about are underage.
Mm-hmm.
These are the two girls. That is in fact Aaron Hall right there in the middle with them right there. And this picture was said to be taken just moments before things went completely left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can see, look how, and you can tell how young these girls are. I mean, look how they look. Look how she looks, at least, and how
Right.
both of them are dressed. Back in the day, dressing like that, and even today, dressing
Can
like
you
that.
make the picture bigger? Because I'm on my phone. I can't really see.
How do I do that?
Oh,
Well,
well, you can just send it to me later and I'll look at the picture. That's fine.
yeah, and it don't even, and it's funny because it don't even look like it honestly look like Kumo D when you look at him with the hat on.
But girl, it's the craziest thing. And then in one of the lawsuits, I think that's New York, that's still pending against Diddy, and I forget what the other guy's name is. It's one of the executive producers or something, where they picked this girl up in Detroit or Ohio or something, flew her to New York, did what they did allegedly, and flew
Diddy
her
maintains
back.
his innocence. So does everyone that we are talking about
Right, but
maintain their
I'm just saying allegedly, because he's not been convicted in a court of law. So allegedly that they took her, drugged her in a club, took her to New York, did what they did, and flew her back, which is where a lot of these trafficking charges can come from. Because one, you took a minor over state lines, and even if she wasn't a minor, you drugged her, took her to someplace else, and coerced, or because she was under the influence, had relations with her, and technically that's against her will, and then you transported her back to where you got her from. So, and the way they have said it, if you getting flued out, you know what I'm saying, getting flued out may be considered trafficking.
I mean, I would at that point. Is it not how I feel? Because I mean, come on, it just doesn't make sense. And also within this lawsuit, what was also revealed is this lawsuit implicates the group Jodeci, the R&B group Jodeci. And it's like, wow, who hasn't Diddy had a hand in some way, shape, or form? Who hasn't Diddy, you know, rubbed elbows with, shook hands with, and done some type of something with? It just makes you question everyone who's in any picture with Diddy, anyone who's ever had a conversation with him, especially anyone who's ever been to his house or out with him or what have you. It just seems like Diddy has been everywhere. He is a very powerful man. That was the point of him being able to do this, because he is so powerful. He has so many people. He has, who knows how big his entourage is. This was the same thing with R. Kelly. He had a big entourage. And people got to understand, this man could not have done all of this alone. Despite how powerful and how much money you got to have other people to help you navigate all this. You could not possibly do this by yourself. This is not a one-man show. But
I'm going to exit for a minute because I got to go handle something, because these folks ain't acting right. If I come back and you're still on, then I'll talk about the rest of the things. But if I don't come back, thanks everybody for stopping.
Love you.
Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and hit that like button. I'll be back.
Okay. So yeah. So it's just like, okay, who haven't you had any dealings with Diddy? This is what I want to know. It makes me question every person that he's ever did an album with, a collaboration with, ever had a picture taken with, ever had a drink with, business with, anything, name dropping in your song and anything. Like, my dude. And there are many people who are not willing to come forward and say that they have any dealings with Diddy if they have not already been shown in a picture or put on blast by anybody who has known. Speaking of which, Jaguar Wright was just arrested, okay? And she was arrested for the most craziest thing. Now, y'all know Jaguar Wright has been very heavily talking about what's been going on with the industry for a very long time. And it wasn't until recently a lot of us are really starting to listen. Well, I believe her for a couple of things, but a lot of it for other things, us, them, whatever. A lot of us are now believing her more now because we're actually seeing it with our own eyes what's going on. And so how can we not? You know what I'm saying? Yes, Jag. Like, I'm just so, Jag, sometimes it's like this, okay? Up until recently, and especially Jaguar Wright, we have not had people who have been in the industry, are still part of the industry, are still close and connected in the industry, be so vocal and so transparent and so open and so unfiltered about what's going on in the industry, okay? And especially a woman, a Black woman. And the country is always quick to discredit the Black women. We have it the hardest. We always have. And so for us, so you would think, and you think that we're just such a way. So you would think that it would take us to be crazy to have the balls to come and speak out in this industry that is ran, of course, by nothing but powerful, rich, filthy, rich, crazy, disgusting, sadistic men. Okay? And when you come into this industry, of course, back then, when Jaguar Wright first came into the industry, you had no idea what was going on at the time until you got in it. Because back then, the internet wasn't out like that, wasn't around like that. The internet wasn't what it is now. So for her, when she got into it at that time back then, she didn't know. But she saw that shit. She was in that shit. And you can see she is an older woman, of course. But you can tell that Jaguar Wright is a different woman from what she was from when we saw her in that Coca-Cola commercial doing her thing, singing her ass off. Let's not forget that woman can fucking sing. Okay? Period. The woman has a voice, and you know she still got it. She has to. But I say all this to say, at this day and age now, Jaguar Wright has had the nerve, the gall, the balls, the all to come out and say it. She ain't got nothing to lose at this point. She has seen it all from the beginning, from every aspect. There is, at this point, there is nothing that would shock or surprise Jaguar Wright. And she has told us so many things that have shocked and surprised us. But because she knows these things already and she's held on to these things already, it's nothing to her. It's nothing to her. So for us to hear it, it's like we're all hearing it for the first time. We're all getting used to the fact of what we now know what the industry is, what Hollywood is, what it's really about. It makes you question everything now. I know I question everything now. What did I see earlier today? I saw earlier how Michael B. Jordan is going to be doing another installment or whatever of a Will Smith movie. And it was a picture of him and Will Smith side by side. And I look at beautiful, gorgeous Michael B. Jordan, and I couldn't think but nothing was Dwayne Martin at that moment. And I'm like, geez, are they going to get Michael B? Have they already got Michael B? It just makes it made me go there first before anything. And that's sad, I feel. I shouldn't have went there first. But because of what's going on right now, that's where my mind is going. And I don't even like that for me. I don't like that for me. And I don't like that for anybody else who's going through that. That is crazy. So yeah. So now the next time that there is another lawsuit against Diddy, is going to be lawsuit number 10. Y'all, number 11. We are now in the double digits. And this man hasn't even been arrested yet. And that is to happen at any moment now. At any moment, Diddy could be arrested. But every time somebody comes forward with something new, we can't. Every time someone comes with something new, it expands the case. Therefore, they have to take more time to prepare for it. At this point, when will the case ever happen if people are going to continue to come out? Look, if y'all got something against Diddy, please come forward now all at once so we can wrap this up in a pretty little bow and get this going so we can get to the next. And I hate that it's about to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. But maybe that's a good segue for where I want to go next real quick. I didn't want to stay on here long. The dream. The dream has now been put into all of this. The dream now has a lawsuit against him filed against his protege. What is happening? And from what Tisa Tells says, shout out to Tisa Tells, and she's supposed to be reading the documents. She was supposed to read them today. Maybe she has, but I haven't looked to see since I've been off of work. But she's supposed to read the documents today or tomorrow about the dream and Kanye West, which is a whole nother one. Lawsuits. You get a lawsuit. You get a lawsuit. You get a lawsuit. You got a lawsuit. You got a lawsuit. You got a lawsuit. You got one coming. You got one coming. About 50 you got one coming because there's so many. The point is the way that everyone is so interconnected one way or another, 6 degrees of separation in the industry. Everybody knows something about somebody. And because of that, everybody has done something with somebody. That's usually the MO. I can only trust you if you do it too, and I got this on you. That's sick, but that's how it goes. That's how they say the Illuminati goes. That's how they say many thing goes. Everybody got a video. Everybody got a video. You don't even know. There's people out here who are sitting here wondering, is there a video on me? Do Diddy got a video on me? Do the feds got the video that Diddy got on me? People don't even know. That's why so many people are scared to talk because they don't even know. Some ain't even sure. And that's a whole nother thing. Some people ain't even sure. Hey, baby. Hey, girl. Hey. Some people ain't even sure. Because if he inebriated them during the time that they were there, they don't know. They could be foggy. They may not be able to recall the whole thing, recollect the whole thing. Only bits and pieces you remember. And it only takes reasonable doubt. And he distills that into the people, into his victims when this happens. We've already learned that is his MO. We've already learned that he does this. So if they were to go tell, it's definitely, his word against theirs. And they were both inebriated under the influence. It's just crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's why so many people are scared to come forward. Some people just don't know. But now that one person's coming out, this coming out, now they're more like, shit, probably did. Even though you can't go by probably did. But you know what I'm saying? They just know. And some people probably can never come forward because of the fact that they can't prove it in any way, shape, or form. Diddy knew what he was doing. That's for certain. Diddy knew what he was doing. And to be with these and to be with the play schoolers, I just can't fathom. And then she actually, gave this evidence to show that she was indeed underage at the time. Like, look at her. She looks more grown there than she does in this. And that's crazy. You going up to meet with at this point, he was 26, I believe. He was 26 years old, Aaron Hall was. And they're 15, 16. It's just, I just don't understand it. And, when Tisa was talking about this, she made a strong point. Social media wasn't like it was we didn't have lists like that. Yeah, we had taxis and like that. But how was these little girls, how are these, how are these people, these victims getting around? How did these victims get there? We learned how they got back. That's how Jodeci was implemented into this. That's how Jodeci was implemented into this, because they're the ones that took her home, took them home. He took them, they took them home. I don't know. Now, it don't take all members of Jodeci to take you home. I don't know if they took them home in their tour van on their way out the city or whatnot, or could it have just been some, or what? What we know now also, or are speculating, all is alleged still, is could it have been possible maybe that's when Jodeci, specifically Casey and JoJo, the brothers, because they've had their moments in the news about their substance abuse and all of that jazz, right? So could it have gotten that bad when they were with Diddy? Diddy is responsible for a lot of things in a lot of people's lives, including a lot of celebrities out here. Whether they're has-beens, now-beens, whatever, are-beens, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just wild. And I just can't wait to see what the dream. Now they say the dreams is bad. I wonder, I should read them myself. I'm sitting here waiting for Tisa Tales to do them. But I could just read them myself one night, or it would definitely have to be this weekend while I'm off. But are they even available? The Dream sexual assault documents. Where are they? The Q Drake and new lawsuit. Well, this isn't it, but I just want to see that it says singer-songwriter The Dream, best known as solo performer and for his work penning massive hits for Rihanna and Beyonce. And I believe that Beyonce and Jay-Z maybe are named in this lawsuit also somewhere. I don't know if Rihanna's is, but Tisa said that their names were named in it, and that Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to do whatever they have to do to not be in the limelight for none of this. We found out that lately when we all thought that Jay, no, they're just separating their assets from each other or whatever, because they knew that this moment was coming with Diddy, and Jay-Z has a lot of business deals with Diddy. And that is also why, Jay-Z did in fact come back in a rush when he found out that Diddy's house was being raided. Only it was because of that party charity annual thing they do, the same thing that got canceled last year. He came back to cancel it this year because the thing is they knew they could not disinvite Jay-Z even if they wanted to. He's co-host of it all, so he had to, or they could disinvite him actually. So and he didn't want that smear on him, so he just canceled it all together. So it couldn't get out that they would just disinvite him. How would that look for him? So that is what they're saying. That's how that went down. That's messed up, right? I'm like, oh my God. Isn't that Aaron Hall's ex? Who's Aaron Hall's ex? Aaron Hall got a lot of exes. He's been with a lot of women. I met Aaron Hall when I was over 13, and I know he was a creep. Herbie Salt and Pepper lived in my neighborhood, and we were warned don't go around his creepy yard. See what I'm saying? That right there. That right there. That right there. This right here. This right here. That right here. That's what I'm saying. And it's just so crazy because music is a universal language. If you vibe with it, you vibe with it. It's so hard now. A lot of songs, I may not cancel the music. I may just have to let it go for a while. I may want to come back to a song or two of certain artists. Okay. I do have a favorite R. Kelly song. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't listen to that for a long time. But I'm listening to it again. Not all the time. But I listen to it when I need to get my fix. Okay. It's so hard to eliminate the music. It's like, is cancel culture really working? Are we really canceling culture? I don't even think we canceling culture. We giving culture the silent treatment for a while until somebody else come along that we got to get a silent treatment to. And we're like, oh, I guess we can't get a silent treatment to everybody. So we're going to start talking to this one next. That's how I feel that's what happens when it comes to canceling culture. I was big on that for a minute, but I'm starting to change my mind about it because at this point, we're going to cancel the whole goddamn culture at this point. At this point, we are going to cancel the whole culture. Everybody about to come out. By the time this year is up, we're not going to have any music to listen to if we decide to do that. Or any movies for that moment. Because I'm sure when they're done sweeping out the music industry, they're going to start with the movie industry. Hollywood's going to be a deserted island. Hollywood is going to be like Olympus. It's going to be underground, underwater, like a desert. It's not going to exist. They're going to have to call it something else and everything. That's how bad it is. But yeah, I just can't believe it. And then this lawsuit with Kanye. Like, Kanye, yay. What are you doing? What's going on? And I want to wait to believe the one on Kanye. And I'll say why this. Not because I don't believe that he's capable of doing it, because anybody's capable of doing it. That's never, nobody is that far from it. But all of this that is going on with Kim, we know that Chris has been basically Diddy's pimp lately. That's come out and been revealed, right? So we know that also Chloe has been to these parties because she's Diddy party, it went on forever. She's bragged about it before. So if Chloe's been there, I am damn sure Kim has been there. Kim would never be anywhere another. Kim would never let another sister do something she hasn't done or be somewhere she isn't. So she's been there. She has a tape for crying. She has 3. From what we hear, for crying out loud, really. So we know Kim's been there. And so I say all that to say, could Kim be behind this lawsuit with Kanye? Because if the judge is pointing the finger at her and he's pointing the finger at him, it's kind of hard for the judge just to side with Ye. Now, if the judge has this to look at, he can be like, all it takes is reasonable doubt, y'all. All it takes is reasonable doubt. So it's very possible that could happen. I feel like it could be possible that that's what happened. Kim and Chris are not above anything. They will do whatever it takes, no matter what, to keep their name clean. Y'all know that. Period. Come on. There's no way Chris will not do whatever she has to do. She got with Corey Gamble, for Christ's sakes. And it wasn't until recently that Jaguar Wright put me on to the fact that Corey Gamble been in these industry streets all of this time. She said he could have been the perfect man for the job to pre-game Justin Bieber to get suited and booted to be picked out in the industry. You see pictures of him falling asleep, half falling asleep, interlocking y'all legs with Justin Bieber. You've seen him with Diddy. You've seen him with many people. Like, I did not know Corey Gamble was in the streets like that. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. He off to the side. But when you put yourself on your arm with Kris Jenner, like, you knew you blew your spot, right? You knew it was only a matter of time, right? Maybe you wanted to be in front finally. But I hear some mad, creepy things about Corey Gamble. I don't want to talk about that because that wasn't in the in Diddy's documents. But it was said, and I heard it on Teaser Tales. If y'all know the Teaser Tales, y'all need to watch Teaser Tales. Now, her shit may go for over an hour and shit, but if you got time, you got time. You can just turn that shit on and listen to it while you're cleaning your kitchen, doing your clothes, whatever you got to do, cooking, whatever you need to be doing. But Tissa be having it, and we can be on the same link because y'all should know what I'm talking about if y'all watch Tissa, because that's what I'm getting. Shout out to Tissa Tales once again. Okay? But, y'all, can y'all believe it? Who's next? You know who I am waiting for? Who I'm surprised hasn't been named in a lawsuit? Well, he has, but I'm surprised it hasn't come out more since everything. Nope, you can't take Tissa. Why y'all be hating on Tissa? Why y'all don't like Tissa? Why you can't do Tissa, BB? I can't wait to hear this one. I can't wait for this one. She be going for it. I mean, she's good, y'all. She be having the goods. Yeah, she may get the name wrong. But you know who she's talking about. You know who she's talking about, right? Let her do her thing. Let her cook. Let her cook. Come on. Be nice to Tissa. Come on now. But anyway, that's where I be getting my shit from. And she be having it. She be having sources. She be breaking shit. She be breaking news. She be on top of that shit. She be on top of that game. I don't know. I just vibe with her. I don't know. I don't believe anything that comes out of her ADHD mouth. Me look like I don't know. Yeah. You are the second person in the past week who has said that. Is she really? Why do people think that? Because of how she is? Y'all know something I don't. Tell me, school me on to something, because Tissa, my girl, man. I've been giving her a shout out after shout out after shout out after shout out. Bo D, she gets it either just right or so wrong. I can't trust her either. Her information be right. She delivers it wrong. That be her problem. She delivers it wrong sometimes. She'll get it right eventually, but she'll probably get it wrong again. But y'all gotta keep up. Keep up. Oh my goodness! Come on, y'all. Can we just be a little bit nice? We gonna be a little bit nice. Shout out to Tisa. Okay, shout out to her. We gonna shout her out anyway, y'all. But has anything else happened today? Because I have not been on social media like that today. I don't know if anything else went down or not. Let's go to neighborhood talk and see what happened today. About 55,000 things happen with neighborhood talk. God damn. How many people are working for you, boy? Kyle, Anthony? Because you got having everything like 30 posts an hour. Like, god damn. We've talked about believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. The truth always comes to light. And of course, we always know that the truth always does come to light. We got updates here. Okay, let's read this because this seems like an update. Okay, it says yesterday. Okay, I don't know why I just got yesterday. It do not say yesterday nowhere. What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, update neighbors on Thursday. Oh, which was yesterday. Okay, I ain't that stupid. Okay, we reported about an alleged threat that took place during an altercation at Kenya Moore Salon in Atlanta. We exclusively reported that Real Housewives of Atlanta newbie Brittany Edie allegedly told Kenya, "I have a pune for you bitches just like you." And we now learned that Kenya reacted to that alleged threat at her salon event this Thursday. Sources who were in attendance say Kenya is not innocent in this situation. They allege that our former Miss USA has been working around the clock to get Brittany fired and took things up a notch at her salon event. She showed a picture of Brittany with a D in her mouth, one source stated. Update. The threat happened before the salon incident. A source exclusively told us. We're told the picture was shown after Brittany left the event. Now, we've known Kenya to shake things up at an event or two, but never would have guessed something like this would take place at her shop. That is crazy. And for it to have happened at her shop, at her event, on her time, I'm really trying to figure out why. What does she got against her? I can't wait to see the build up for this, and it better be a build up for this, because if there ain't, Kenya, girl, you more wrong than I thought. You already wrong, but you more wrong than I thought, if that's the case. But I don't know. What do y'all believe? They say Kenya ain't innocent, but Kenya's like the truth always comes out. So what y'all think? Y'all think she innocent? Kenya's never innocent. We know that. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is Bravo TV network. We know these are housewives. These housewives want to keep their peaches, their apples, their diamonds, they everything. So they gonna do whatever they have to do. Now, Kenya, you might have really fucked yourself over, because for you trying to get this woman fired, you may have just gotten yourself fired, because there is no way. I love you, Kenya. You are gone with the wind, twirl with the wind, fabulous. I love you. But this is by far not right, girl. And I have to love you enough to tell you when you're wrong, and you're wrong for this. This is not, you can't be doing this, girl. You are a vet on this show. You know how this goes. You are supposed, as messy as you want to be, you're supposed to lead by some example. And this ain't it. This is not twirl with the wind, fabulous behavior. This is not Miss USA behavior, Kenya. Like, you cannot call yourself to be better than this, and this is what you stoop yourself to do. So I hope that you are vindicated for, and I don't know how anyone can be vindicated for doing this, because this is revenge P in a whole nother way, and you ain't even with this girl. You ain't had no dealings with this girl. Like, what has this girl done to you that you had to mess up your own event to do this to her? And behind her back, you waited till she left. So you had this on hand the whole time she was at your event. And the fact that she still came to your event, she at least showed some support for you, and you still did this? Kenya, baby, girlfriend, this is not queen behavior. And I don't like this for you. I don't like this look for you. I don't. No, let's not do that. Let's not ever do that. Ladies, could Marianne pull you at a party with these looks? I'm going to tell y'all this. Marianne is fine, but I just don't look at him like this. His brother more, I'm looking at like that. But maybe, touch what, nigga? I think maybe Cat Williams might have ruined that for me. He was cute during Girlfriend, his B2K moment. And he's still cute, but I don't know. It's just something that I don't see nothing. No sex appeal comes for him. But he fine. He's sexy, but I don't know. I wouldn't jump his bone. That's all I'm saying. Man charged with robbing Houston rapper Bun B and his wife during a home invasion has been sentenced to 40 years in prison. Whoa! He got 40 years? I did not know he got 40 years. Woo! It says, neighbors, the man charged with robbing Houston rapper Bun B and his wife during home invasion back in April 2019 learned his fate Friday. Damn, it took him that long just to get sentenced. According to ABC 13, DeMonte Jackson will serve 40 years in prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and engaging in organized crime exhibiting a deadly weapon. DeMonte, who was 20 at the time of this incident, pleaded guilty to the felony charges related to the crime, where he held Bun B's wife, Queenie, at gunpoint and was shot during a gunfight with Bun B. Bun B took the stand on Thursday and opened up about what happened and how the robbery still affects them to this day. Wow.
And I get so angry all.
He looks good. Look at him.
She didn't ask for this. The next morning.
And look at this dude. Like, what were you doing? Like, just nasty. 40 years is a lot. They made an example out of him. They showed did. The biggest example. Dang. That is crazy. Candace Owens says Biden is suffering from an advancing dimension. We know that. You know what? The country is laughing at us because they like, this is what they got to work with. And I don't feel bad for nobody who don't vote because this is the choices that we got. I feel like we the stupid ones. If we waste our time getting in line to vote when we already know the outcome. The Bilderberg group already made this announcement at Thanksgiving like they do every year. Anyways, I'm just going through stuff. I'm done talking shit, y'all. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that pops out. Elder Cool J's announcing his return to music. Oh, you know what? LL Cool J finding on. He can continue to lick them lips until his tongue is dry. But I've been more a fan of his movies than his music. Doing it. Wow. Was the last song I think I liked by LL. Don't want to press play because we can't play his music. But yeah. Oh, Howard University trustees vote to accept the return of Diddy's honorary degree and plans to return his $1 million donation due to behavioral that is fundamentally, you know what, F y'all, because y'all would not be doing this unless this got out. Y'all knew y'all had this man's money when he did this. See, this is the shit I don't like. This is why I don't trust colleges either. Education can be a freaking joke sometime. I swear to goodness. I swear to goodness. Hold on, what's this question? What the fuck will Kanye hair salon she doesn't have? That shows for young girls Kanye is perimenopause. Have a cold drink of shade and raise your child. Yes, please, just do that. Please, just do it. But yeah, now y'all want to give this man's money back. Boy, boo. Y'all boo, please. Y'all kill me with that. Today, Howard University announced the Board of Trustees has unanimously voted to accept the return. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, let's see what these motherfuckers say. I would love to see how y'all try to make this sound any type of good after y'all don't have this money for all this time. Y'all took this money knowing what this man did. Not the fact that they didn't give the money back when they found out what he did. They took this money because of what he did. You see? But the Howard University Board of Trustees voted unanimously today to accept the return of Mr. Sean Combs of the honorary degree conferred upon him in 2014. That's a whole 10 years. Wow. Took you a whole decade. This acceptance revokes all honors and privileges associated with this degree. Accordingly, the board has directed that his name be removed from all documents listing honorary degree recipients of Howard University. Mr. Combs' behavior, as it captured in a recently released video, is so fundamentally incompatible with Howard University's core values and beliefs that he is deemed no longer worthy to hold the institution's highest honor. No shit. This is all bullshit because they gave this to him knowing. Why would they do this knowing this? Y'all shitting in our face. Y'all shitting in the people's faces that y'all educate because even they know better. Anyway, the university is unwavering in its opposition to all acts of interpersonal violence. The board has also directed the university administration to immediately take the following actions. Terminate a 2016 gift agreement with Mr. Combs, disband the scholarship program in his name, return his $1 million contribution, and terminate a 2023 pledge agreement with the Sean Combs Foundation. No payment toward the $1 million pledge have been due or made by Sean Combs Foundation as of this date. Oh, so he never gave the money? So he still never gave the money. They said that he gave the money, so he didn't? Therefore, no funds are due to be returned under the 2023 pledge agreement. Then why would y'all even put that in there? Something in the milk ain't clean, and I'm sorry. Something in the milk is not clean. It just don't sound right. Howard University, y'all ain't right. Y'all doing something y'all shouldn't be doing. I'm just sorry. Y'all doing something wrong. I don't even know what this is. No, we're not even going to grant you anything, yay. We got to read what the hell you did. Yes, we do. Okay, so if y'all don't fuck with T's Tales, so have y'all read the documents yet? Who read them? Because I'll come read them if y'all ain't read them yet. We can do that this weekend. I got the weekend off. Okay. What else? But yeah, okay, y'all. I just got off work and I didn't even get to finish my time. I don't even watch The Never Ever Met, so I ain't even thinking about that shit. I don't watch that shit. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of all these own love shits. How can y'all continue to watch show after show after show of these love shows on? I got a question. Like, how y'all doing this? Y'all actually entertained by this fake shit. How can y'all do it? I just can't. I draw my line at Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's evil enough for me. I can do one petty, a couple of petty things. I just can't do it. It's just, it makes me itch. It makes me itch. I watched the first episode of Never Ever Mess and I never went back. And I'm fine. I'm kicking ass. I'm not even bothered. I'm unbothered. Get y'all boy. Okay? Get y'all boy. This is y'all boy. Get Malcolm. Get your boy. What's going on? I never read up on it, but get y'all boy. What else is happening? I feel like I missed a lot today. Okay, who is doing this? Who is doing this? Who is paying $1,111 to let Chris Brown grab your ass in a picture? This is what y'all want to do? And it's been 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds since we've been on. How funny. Ha! But this is what y'all doing, y'all. Who? This is my rent. This is my rent. Okay? I don't want my rent on my booty. I don't need this in my life. After you don't touch how many other women? Like, just touch it ass. Just touch it ass. Just touch it ass. Just touch it ass. That's what you're doing? Is it this serious? I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand why $1,111, this is worth it. I'm trying to think, who would I actually pay to do this with? And I don't know. Nobody, baby. No, nobody. I'm not doing this shit. But hey, you like it, I love it. You got the money to do that. You know what? Maybe I'm too broke. That's what it is. Maybe I'm a broke bitch. And I got other things to do with my money. And it is not paying to have Chris Brown put his grabby ass hands on me. No. I do not want your hands on me. I do not want the hands that you did that to Rihanna to on my ass. No, thank you. No, thank you. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. Wait, what? No way. Dollar General will scan self-checkout items for customers from now on due to rise in stealing. Customers can no longer scan them. Wait, how long has it been since I've been in Dollar General? Because Dollar General didn't have a self-scan. Or at least the ones here don't steal. I ain't never heard for Dollar General to have a self-scan. I just haven't. Nope. I ain't done that. But okay, I think I'm in this here, y'all. Wait, hold on. Doesn't red mean stop? I ain't gonna lie. He looked good in the one from far away, but it looked AI. He got a nice good cut. It's a nice fade. He looked good in it, but he don't look good. You know what I'm saying? He looked good in it, but he don't look good. It's Will Smith. It's Will Smith, y'all. And this. You look like a clown. You sound like a clown. I don't know if you did this to try to direct yourself away from the man you wanted to be your father, but now you want to go back to your real father. I don't know what you're doing here, sir, but you could have kept this to yourself. This is depressing than it seems, because you actually are singing birthday to yourself because your mother is doing this thing and your father, who you've known to be your father, is out doing this thing, and now you're trying to get back to being father son with your real father. No, Quincy, but happy birthday to you, young sir. I hope you get everything you want, but you're so rich, so I'm sure you already did. So what's the point? Why do Meek Mill always look like he homeless? I don't get it. He was with Nicki Minaj once upon a time, right? That's real, right? That's true. Like you was once with Nicki. What is that sand in the middle of your head? Is that what is that? What are we? Why do he look like this? He look. I don't know. But anyway, he says today I see Big in the casket. I stared at that pic for 30 minutes straight. Everybody was clowning him, saying you must have been at Diddy's and shit. But I mean, how else would you have saw it? Is that you saying you are at Diddy's? Did Diddy miss you? He got sick of Stevie. Stevie went home to be chill with his kids and all that good stuff. So you ain't got Stevie no more. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all I'm trying to do. I said, if you got to spend the night, Dag, I did he just say that? But someone also said he seriously needs a publicist. And he do he not? He says the most craziest stuff. Like, dude, you're unhinged. We get that. We know that. There's no way that's not happening with you anymore. What else is going on? Did y'all see this? Okay. I had to watch this about 5 times. I was mildly confused and I was trying to figure it out. Because I was confused between saying a little crossing guard, but then I was thinking the crossing was cross-dressed for a second. And then I had to look at it again. I'm like, okay, I had to read everything. That's Kiara Lee, female, 26. So I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere, I believe. Or is that what they go by? You know, I still don't know to this day, but I still just can't get over the mugshot, the picture, and what I'm seeing. But hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your nieces and nephews, hide your little cousins, hide them all. Nobody is safe in this world anymore, and I don't even know. But you've been giving all this to kids, and the kids finally told. Like, why the kids finally tell on you? Y'all bust up y'all own connect. Y'all don't know nothing about the streets. This must have been the suburbs. Because I know ain't no kids giving up they connect. You know, you ain't got many you going to be able to come by. So you going to keep what you got to. I'm not an Ice Spice fan, but I just thought this was just really stupid. This is your graffiti and you put the album name on the trash can. That was not smart. Like, please help her. Like, if she do got a post, she need a different one. And baby, do these exist? Butter pecan ice cream sandwiches? No, I'm not a butter pecan person, and I'm really not an ice cream sandwich person. But a butter pecan ice cream sandwich? Hell yeah, I try it. Just my thought. But okay, y'all. I got things to do. Thanks for rocking with me. I don't think Dina is coming back. I was trying to wait to see if she was going to come back. But she got to handle these people. So we're going to let her do what she got to do. Y'all know what I'm saying. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. We out this nasty thing.